So we talk about e-sourcing and e-procurement. That then in the e-source that in this slide that is clearly explained the process of that. E-sourcing is the process of obtaining bids from different suppliers via a single online portal. Purchase orders will be there, then it goes invitation to tender, then the invitation will goes to the suppliers, then see the invitation, then evaluate, and tender will be put into the system, then contract is awarded, supplier resource management. So this is the process in e-sourcing. Advantages and disadvantages. So we'll briefly explain these things. As advantages of e-commerce, overcome geographical limitation. Already we talked about this. There's no any boundaries limited to Sri Lanka only. That can go up to any countries. Gain new customers with search engine visibility. Lower cost. Locate the product quickly they can locate the product. Eliminate travel time and cost. You don't need to travel because online you can do everything. Provide comparison shopping. You can compare the shopping with other companies products, and you can buy the best product that you want. Enable deal, bargain, coupons and group buyings. So when group is buying, there can be so many discount you can take. Provide plenty of information. So everything is available in online, that is visible, and you don't want to worry about the product because all the comments given by the other customers also visible. So through that you can evaluate the product and then buy. So there are so many advantages when going e-commerce. Especially in the COVID-19 situation, everybody is going to purchase goods through online. So it comes to your doorstep automatically. So you don't want to worry about the health issues. What are the disadvantages? Involved and unusual mix of people. There can be so many people involved in e-commerce. Sometimes it can be dangerous also. Sometimes there can be some people who do the illegal things by purchasing of products. So sometimes if they comes physical to your organization, sometimes you can avoid them. But when it is going online, you cannot do that. Security wise, there can be so many issues. There can be hackers that they can misuse your systems. Need supervision by expensive specialists. So you, because of that reason, you have to spend much more money for some specialists who are technically sound to give some safeguard to the systems. Chapter number 7, e-business environment. We are going to talk about the e-business environment now. Internal environment. The environment within the organization. Right? Within the organization there is an environment that is not concerning about the external. That is the organization. Let's say organization employees, the department, and also correlation that you have with the employees. So includes all factors, parties, forces within the organization who influence to organizational activities. So that is the environment within the organization, that is the internal environment. So what is the external environment is? All the outside factors, so influences that impact the operation of business. That has two parts, that is micro and macro. Macro. What is macro environment is? So in the next slide that I can explain clearly. Now we will brief about this one now at present. General environment is micro environment is general environment. Macro environment is general environment. Micro environment it is task environment. It has the task-based environment. Covers all the political, legal, economical, social cultural and technological forces that use pest analysis. And related to the factors in an organization, immediate environment is the micro. Immediately what will happen in the environment, in the organization. So, let us say if in the question paper if they ask what is the, there is an immediate environment in an organization that concerned about what? Micro environment, that is related to micro environment. Operate effectively in its chosen market such as customers, competitors, distributors and suppliers, and that use pest analysis. So, you can identify that micro environment use the pest, micro environment use the pest. So, we will talk about these things. In this picture, in this slide, you can identify this, there is a company. So, this is the micro environment, company, supplier, customers, intermediaries, competitors, politics, publics. So, this is the micro environment. Then over that there is the macro environment, that is demographic factors, economic, natural disaster also can be there, natural factors, technological factors, political factors, cultural factors. So, this is the macro environment. If you remember the idea given in this slide, you can easily identify the difference of that. In the micro environment, that is concerned about the company, suppliers, customer, competitors, like that. But in the macro environment is concerned about these things. In the pest analysis, so we will talk about pest analysis, political, economical, social and technological. So, there are some elements, by reading this you can understand, but I will go by side, then you can easily get to know about these the areas of pest. Political. What is political? Physical infrastructure, transport, broadband networks, social infrastructure, education, welfare, law enforcement, equal opportunities, tax, trade regulation, political stability, change of government. So, these are some environmental factors which affect your market. It means that affect your organization when it is changing. Let us say the government is changing, then it automatically is affect your organization in some ways. It means your organization is linking with some kind of a product or some kind of target market. So, those target market will not be reaching you because of this political changes, and there can be new trade regulation which imposed by the new government. Then what will happen? That will impact your organization products and political stability of the country. If the political stability is not there, it means that is not stable. In politically, the government is not stable. Then what will happen? That will negatively affect your organization. Sometimes dollar rate can be goes up. Then automatically your product prices also will goes up. Then what you have to do is you have to reduce your production, because customers will not come and buy more. Then taxes, in the political environment they can impose new taxes. Then what will happen? Then you have to increase your product price. So, those are the type of political and legal environmental factors. What is economical factors? What is economic? Inflation can be there. So, inflation is now happening very fastly due to dollar rate increase. there is high inflation now. It means the prices of the products are going high very rapidly. But today that if you purchase the laptop for a price about 100,000, so after few months you will have to spend about 120,000 to purchase the same laptop. So likewise the inflation goes up and interest rate, and now the most of the organizations, most of the banks have decreased their interest rate. Then that affect to some products of some organization. Exchange rate also can be increased and decreased. Employment level. So if the employment level is very low, it's a burden to the economy. So if it is increased, it means there can be some production in the environment, economic environment. Then the country will gain income. Business cycle and trend in national income and international trade. So these are the economic factors you can understand. And what are the social factors? Demographic factors such as birth, death rate, average age, ethnicity problems, and kind of those factors, ethnic factors, birth, death rate, those are the things that you can understand as demographic factors. It is within the person, the factors of the people. So cultural factors also there. Due to cultural factors, sometimes the product also has to be developed more. In this New Year seasons, sometimes the organization will have to develop more product than the production units that you have developed previously. So and also income distribution of people. Sometimes if you are going to deploy a new product in some other areas, that product will not be sold to many people because they will not tend to buy your product because it's too high, because income distribution of that area is very low. Therefore, before you implement launch a product in some other areas, you are also concerned about those factors. Sometimes some companies, let's say when they are going grow globally, they may need to launch some product in new countries. So in some new countries, let's say if you are going to launch a new company in a new country, that company sells gems. So sometimes the people who are living in that country has very low income. So they are not going to buy gems. They have some other factors to be involved. They don't have even foods to eat. So will they go and buy the gems? No. So those kind of factors has to be concerned by the organization before implementing the product in the market. Level of education. So that also a good factor, social factor. That also has to be understand when implement the products. Sometimes the product that you are going to launch should be given to the educated people. But if you are launching that product in an area that has more people who have less education, so your product will not be sold in that market. So attitude to work and leisure. So some people attitude to work and whether how they want to be leisurely. Attitude to consumption and lifestyle of choice. Sometimes some areas of people they would like to purchase some products heavily, and lifestyle of those areas are very differentiated. So if you are going to market in, let's say as a normal example, KFC wanted to launch their new outlet in India. So they have an issue because sometimes most of the Indian people are eating vegetarian people are there. So they don't like to eat chicken. So they don't like it. Then there was a issue with that KFC, though they want to launch their new outlet, but there is a barrier. So those are kind of social factors examined by the analysts by the companies. Technological factors. Reducing cost. Technology will do what? Reduce the cost. If you have done the work by manually for about 1 week, now using technology you can do it within a day. So cost is reduced. Improving quality. Now quality also can be increased based on technology. Now you have very good technology that maintain the quality. So based on that you can develop very good quality product. And leading to innovation and new product development. So leading to new innovation, because of new technology, new innovation can be done. Based on those innovation you can reach the market, right? So new product development can be there. So those are the new innovations. Develop product and services. So the products and services that you have already can be developed by using technology. Method of producing or providing product and services. So there can be different methods that you can use by using technology. Sales channel, e-commerce can be embedded through the internet and social media. You can sell the product. Ways to analyze market, database, data mining techniques. Using the data mining techniques you can analyze the market. And organization structure to exploit technology. So through the technology, the organization structure also has to be changed, and that organization also has to be adapted to the technology. So structural change also can be there because of technology. So environmental. This can include public concern for natural environment. So in the pest analysis, the pestal this new addition is there, environmental legal. The environmental factor is this can include the public concern for the natural environment, corporate social responsibility and sustainability. So we are talking about the natural environment. Because of that there can be so many changes happen into the market. So everybody has a corporate social responsibility, and how do you retain in that market? How do you sustain? That is concerned in these environmental factors. So the environmental factors can be operated at local, national and global level. In the local level, organization home region only, and across the organization home country, national level and global level. So when you are going to implement some product into the market, you have to think about this environment. So whether your product is selling on a local environment, or whether it will be sold in the global environment with high quantity or with less quantity. So you can analyze those things. Based on the environment, your products also can be sold. So due to the natural environment, there can be so many disasters, issues, and we cannot stop those things. So those are the factors that influence your business. Sometimes most of the organizations cannot be sustained, cannot be retained, so because of natural disasters. Legal matters in relation to employment law, anti-discrimination policies, consumer protections, health and safety law. So normally most of the countries they have different laws imposed. So every organization has to follow those laws. Otherwise, that will be treated as a legal matter. Therefore, they have to concern about the health and safety of those people, health and safety, and there can be consumer protection law that protects the consumers. If there is any damage to the consumer, they through that act they can go for court. And anti-discrimination policies, so there can be policies that imposed by them, by the government, in order to reduce the criminals. And employment laws also can be there. So sometimes normally you are working from 8:30 to 45 hours per week, excluding intervals as per the SOP and Official Act. But in some other countries, it is obviously in a different method. Sometimes they will be working about 60 hours per week. So based on the employment laws in your country, your production, the e-business, the business processes also can change, because that mainly affect your organization. So we will take a small example, pestle analysis of Apple. So Apple used this pestle analysis to see where are they. So we will take the political environment. Apple operates in China. Political between US and China may affect its operation. So there is a political barrier between US and China. Because of that, the operation of the product that you are going to sell in the market, the Apple, this example, they had some issues. Operating in any other country may be expensive. So when they want to operate in some other countries, it was very expensive. So they analyze their environmental factors. So these are the environmental factors. They analyze their own environmental factors. And economic factors, what they have, what the Apple has the economic factors. Manufacturing costs will increase if China increase labor costs. Now they are, let's say when they are going to launch their Apple product in China, due to labor laws, labor costs, their production costs also increase. Decline in the middle class income may decrease Apple market. Based on middle class income, there is a decline in the reducing of the income of people. So that also affect the market. So those are the economic factors. What are the social factors they have analyzed? We'll see. Need to taste success in the areas like Africa. So in the Africa they have been success. In the US, black people are also against it as it expensive. Black people in Africa, in US, they do not like to buy Apple. So those are the social factors. Technological factors. Increasing use of smartphone and tablet may decrease the demand of Apple products. So there are so many variety of smartphones nowadays, and it is increasing a lot. Because of that, demand of the Apple products also decrease. Apple device may seems less secure. They understand that Apple is having very less secure method. So those are the technical factors. So when they are comparing with other products, they seems that that has the very less secure functionalities. Legal factors. Apple may start automobile manufacturing. It may increase the insurance, regulatory costs and legal proceeding of the Apple. And environment factor, disposal of networking electronic devices, biggest environment issue in Apple has. So Apple products that they cannot, if there are more Apple products put into the environment, let's say it's a pollution, they automatically their brand name also goes down if they are not treating it in a good way. So disposing of lithium batteries cost is high. So if they want to dispose or destroy lithium batteries, there's a high cost. So those are the environmental factors that affect to this Apple. Triggers. What is meant by triggers? Triggers are motivators or stimulate. Stimulate means is something like promoting you. Let's say as an example, let's say that everybody now, because all of you are adults, that I will tell this example. So if you want to fall in love with a girl, so you see the face of the girl and you motivate it. So what is the motivation? That is, that girl is very nice, nice face, nice hair. So now you are motivated. So what triggers you to motivate? So what triggers are the motivators? It means because of nice hair and face and very good smile, and because of those factors that stimulate, that promote you to fall in love with that girl. So those are the triggers. So I think that you got the idea that what I am telling. In theoretical way that I will explain, that triggers are motivators which stimulate individuals to learn. In turn, it serves as a motivating tool to stimulate organization to learn. The every organization will have a stimulating activities. Let's say when you are going to launch a product into the market, there is a motivation factors. So those are called triggers. Let's say if you are going to launch a new car into the market, that car has self-driving. So that's a motivation factor for some people. Some people have some drink in the evening, so they are drunk now, so they cannot go home. So because of self-driving, they can go home. So what has motivated? Because of the new technology. The self-driving car technology, that has motivated, that is the trigger. That factor is the trigger that motivated you. So those are the influential tools. Indirect triggers and direct triggers. What are the indirect triggers? Indirect triggers take a roundabout route to influence the behavior. So behavior of the people, the customer, that take a roundabout route, that does not directly influence the customer to change. What are those? Changes in the economic cycle, economic downturn, new laws or changes in customer expectation and taste, changes in product or process technology, changes in communication medias. Those things actually stimulates indirectly, because you don't see it at once. You don't see it physically face to face just now. It takes time to give you the result. So those are the indirect triggers. That does not directly trigger you, that does not directly stimulate you, that does not directly motivate you, that is indirectly motivate you, that will take a roundabout route, that will take more time to trigger. Direct triggers. What are those direct triggers? Direct triggers are stimuli that immediately and obviously impact behavior. Immediately impact. What are those? Arrival of new entrants. If there are new entrants in the market, let's say that earlier there was a very big direct trigger. Airtel came into the market. Then everybody was thinking about Airtel will give the rates at the very minimum cost. So, the whole market will be acquired by them, but it didn't happen. So, change in level of competition protect market share, change the competition level also can be a direct trigger. Change in supply chain, distribution network. So, those can be taken as direct triggers. We will learn about some of the important things. What is globalization? Globalization open up opportunities for organizations to ship product internationally. If you are having a e-business, you don't want to worry about the location. You can geographically locate your business in everywhere. So, that is globalization. Natural environment. Threat of climate change or global warming will force organizations to change their behavior. So, organizations will have to change their way of doing because of natural environment. Due to this COVID-19 situation, most of the organizations have changed their business processes. Let us say the institute, they do lectures online, they work from home, they have implemented the work from home concept. So, they do not need to pay for electricity, AC and maintenance, though they can be at home and work. So, because of natural thing that happens, they have changed their way of doing. Changing workplace structure, some are using home workers, outsourcing their labor requirement. So, changing workplace structure due to the e-business, the workplace structure also has to be changed. Virtual businesses, business via internet, no physical premise. We talk about this as virtual organizations. E-marketplace type function and features. Disintermediations, re-intermediation, counter-intermediation. What is disintermediation is? Removal of intermediaries in supply chain. In the supply chain, they are going to remove intermediation. There are no middlemen. Distributors, wholesale, brokers and agents, there is no such people. As an example, then the bypass publishers to get a book printed. So, you do not need to go for the publisher, you can do it directly. So, those are the things that can be concerned as disintermediation. Reintermediation, establishment of new intermediary roles. So, you are going to establish a new intermediary role in the business process. Example, provide customers with new important value added services. So, in order to provide the goods to the customer very efficiently, there can be so many value added services that can be added to your products. So, those are the re-intermediations. Counter intermediation, what are those? So, creation of new intermediary to compete via e-business. In the e-business, you can give some offers, airlines also give some offers. So, those are the counter intermediaries. What are types? In e-marketplace, what are these types? Books upon web. Now, through the Amazon website, you can buy the books. Books are on web. So, there is a bookshop, it is on the web. Sometimes you can pay and get the e-version, e-soft copy of the book. Malls are sites that group together different online stores. So, you have seen shopping malls in Sri Lanka also, there are some shopping malls. So, that also can be online. Online shopping mall also can be there. You can log into the shopping mall website and you can see so many suppliers, so many companies who sell their products. And auction site such as eBay, you may have purchased some good products from the eBay. Virtual resellers, financial intermediaries also can be there. it means the financial gateways. So through the PayPal also a good example. Okay, we talk about now stages of growth model. Several stages model have been proposed for assessing maturity of capability. How mature you are, likewise how mature the organization. So assessing the maturity level is done by these models. Such models can also be used as guide to future development. So in order to develop your future of the organization, so you can use these models. In briefly we will talk about these things. Stages is 1, 2, 3, 4 is there. Number 1 stage is present. There should be a present availability. So content is there and window to the web. So there is a website and no integration, no emails. Emails are there and there is no any integration, there are emails. Now you are present to the web. Portal, profile is there, two-way communication, email order processing, cookies, no online financial transaction, but your portal is there, you are giving the relevant information in the portal. Transaction integration. So now you are going to integrate the transaction. Now you are going into e-market now, e-commerce. If there are transaction, that means e-commerce is involved. E-marketplace auction is there, third party e-marketplace, lower level collaboration, online financial transaction. So transaction is integrated now. Then company integration, business to business is integrated. B2B full integrated, e-business use e-commerce system to manage CRM and supply chain. So these are the 4 stages. You can simply understand these things. What is Web 2.0 technology? You don't have to worry about the technical background behind this Web 2.0. Just take an idea about what is that, which allow anyone to create and share online information. If you see Facebook, that use Web 2.0 technologies. Through that you can share information, you can have your own web page, Facebook page, you can upload your photos, you can do some changes in the Facebook page, as there can be so many styles. So you can do many things, and also you can chat, you can comment, and you can use as a blog, and there can be so many activities you can do, and it is available at any time and any place. Variety of medias can be easy of use. Learners can actively be involved in knowledge building, can create dynamic learning communities. Everybody is the author or the editor. User friendly for real-time discussion, so like chat. So let's say there is a website, there is a blog that allow you to, in the next slide we will explain about what are the blogs and those kind of technologies. So Web 2.0 technology is used in Facebook, YouTube, and some blog site, and some there can be some learner management system also like Moodle, and there are some other system also. So those systems are using these technologies. So if it is asked in the question paper, you can remember these things about by taking an example like Facebook. So that share the information, you can chat. So those are the special features you can remember. Features of website, social networking is there, 2.0, and Web 2.0 has the social networking. Blogs are there, wikis. Blogs means blogs provide an easy way for users to publish their own content. In the blogs that we talk about in earlier slides also, in blogs you can put some article to that somebody will make some comments, and they will tell this is good or bad, or kind of comments can be there. So those are the blogs. And wikis allow user groups to collaborate in editing content. Wikipedia, if you go to Wikipedia, you can get a clear understanding about what is wiki is. And instant messaging, real time conversation is there. So these are the features. You can understand these features, then it is easy for you to remember what is mean by Web 2.0. Socialization of knowledge sharing in Web. How to do the knowledge sharing, how to share the knowledge in Web 2.0 technology. Tagging of information. You have seen that tagging of information. You can tag somebody in Facebook. So it means they have used the Web 2.0 technology. And mashup. In the mashup, this example is given. You can see that if you go to booking.com and you search a hotel in Colombo area with the rate of 10,000 per room per day, so they will automatically search and give the similar hotels located in everywhere. So this is a kind of a mashup as an example. So if this booking.com has these features, and also they have embedded that one, that's why they are showing this all the hotels located in these areas. You can practice this. You can log into this website and see. Promoting collective intelligence. The online auction site eBay uses a collective intelligence. Update product reviews. Let's potential buyers to see how efficient and trustworthy vendors. It means that vendors, the quality, the ranking also will be published in the website. So when you are going to buy some products, their quality level, their standard is measured. So you can automatically understand what type of a customer seller is. User generated content, you can do your own content. So you don't want to rely on others. The YouTube is a very good example. YouTube, you can make a YouTube channel, you can develop some videos and put it there, you can share it. And consumer generated content. So it like consumers can comment on the products. So those are the things. Let's go to chapter 8. This is the last chapter of this revision program. So we will talk about this one. E-business application. What are the e-business applications? The effect of technology. How technology affect procurement? How technology affect human resources? We are talking about e-business application now, right? So this is a special thing that we are going to discuss now. How technology affect procurement? In the e-business, the procurement activity can be implemented by technology. Automation can be used to control and monitor the production and delivery of goods and services. Robot can take the place of human in respective tasks. So robot can be robotic application can be embedded in the systems that can do some tasks without any human interaction. E-procurement also allow for seamless interaction with the vendors, ensure the procure to pay business function are fully visible. So in technology give a very good support for procurement. So, early days that you had to do everything on manually. Now you can do most of the things through this e-commerce, e-business platforms. How technology affect to human resource management. Intelligent system and artificial intelligence are beginning to be used in human resource systems. Screening of job application. Let's say that now if you want to apply for a job, you are applying for the job. There can be so many job applications come into the through the system. So through the system now you are applying this, right? So then there can be about millions of applications. So then how do you screen them? How do you sort them? How do you find the best person? So you can have some automated tools. So we can name it as intelligent systems. So through those systems, it screens the application and remove the unwanted application and sort it. Then of course it is easy for the people to manually manually check it. So those are the intelligent tools that available in the HRM system. Actually now earlier that when you come to the office, you had attendance book, you sign it there with the time, but now you come and place your finger in the fingerprint machine and then you enter the organization. But there are some organizations who have implemented a new fingerprint machine without a finger, found the face that identify you. So likewise the new technology has give so many advantages for human resource management. So supply chain management, technology application in supply chain management. What are the technology applications used in supply chain? E-procurement, supply chain for information system. So there can be so many systems involved in the supply chain, from development of the product, from the production process to the delivery of the product to the customer. There can be so many systems involved each other. So from this production process, that product is developed, that is packed and then send it to the courier service. From the courier service, that will deliver to some other countries. From there, through the courier service, that will goes to some other countries, and from there for the other ground level transportation, through that that goes to the customer. So there can be so many other system involved in that process. So in the supply chain, you can see that in this picture the raw materials is there. So logistics, the supplies are there, logistics are going on. Supplies are there, manufacturers, distributors, retailers, consumer. It's working like a cycle, and all of these processes which interlink together has logistic operations. So under this there can be so many other involvement. Let's say if raw material has to be transport, and they have to pay for the raw materials, that has to be sorted, and packed raw material has to be disassembled, and then go to the supplier, and then the manufacturer is there, and all these processes, there are so many other sub part involved. So in this process, supply chain systems are installed. So that is for the easiness of doing the processes. Element of supply chain management. What are the element? The 4 part of supply chain. Its relationship with its supplier. This is the supplier first two parts is for suppliers, second two parts are for customers. Relationship with its supplier, interface with supplier. There are two things, relationship and interface. So, relationship with the supplier. So, with the supplier, the company will have relationship. Interface with the supplier. So, for the supplier, interface is given for them to deal with the company. In relation with the customer, there's a relationship. The company has a relationship with the customers. So, customers are the people who buy the product. And interface with the customer, there's an interface which is given to the customer. So, this is inward logistic, this is outward logistic. Inward logistic case is within the organization, this is outside the organization. Customers are outside, supplying is inside. So, inward logistic, store management, this warehouse management and outward logistic. So, I think this example, that not the example, the details I have given, is clearly explained about the differences of these two things. So, it has 4 parts. So, you can understand by looking at these keywords. So, why I have highlighted these words in different colors is for you to understand is easily. So, because when you read these things, it is easy to understand the changes I have given here. Upstream activities and downstream activities. What is this upstream? What is downstream? Upstream is, you can see this picture, it is within the organization. Raw material, then suppliers, manufacturer, then distribution, consumer. Raw materials are there, then develop the product, then suppliers are there, and suppliers are engaging in and doing, then companies develop the product, and the manufacturing is there. Now product is manufacturers, manufacture. Suppliers are there, raw materials are there, now they have developed the product, now they are going to distribute it, and the consumer who buy the products. So, this is the upstream, this is the downstream, within the organization, outside the organization. So, these two parts you have to identify clearly. So, in theoretically, if I have explained the upstream activities in supply chain means the activities of organization earlier in the supply chain. Earlier in the supply chain, this is later in the supply chain. Right. Creating value in the supply chain. How to create value in supply chain? Value can be created by cutting cost. In supply chain, there can be different activities involved. So, waste can be reduced. So, in such a way that you can cut the cost. Persuading customer to pay a high price for products. You can persuade the customer to pay a higher price. Selling more products. So, adding so many values into the supply chain, you can sell more products. Sometimes, if let's say once a goodie, when you order some laptop or phone from the internet, if it takes about 2-3 months to reach you, so that will be at a very low cost. But there is a mechanism you can get it within 7 days. So, there is a very good speed of delivery. So, it means there is a high value. So, you have to pay more to get it earlier, otherwise you can pay less to get it later. How to achieve the value by responsiveness. So, supply should be quick. In the supply chain, it should be responsive very quickly, reliable, timeliness, quality and quantity. There should be reliable time. So, there should be a reliable time of delivery. Relationship. Establish a strong relationship, it means you are building the trust building. Management of efficiency in logistic operations. So, efficiency of stores and warehouse operations, that increase the efficiency. So, logistic operations can be efficient by managing them well. EDI, what is EDI is? Electronic Data Exchange. You may have seen that in this purchasing environment, there is a purchase order. This purchase order has some detail. Let's see the company name and address, purchase order number, purchase order date, number of quantity, unit, price and product ID, total quantity. This is the purchase order that you are doing, sending to supplier. Then you are sending it electronically, not like early days you are sending it manually. You have early days what you did was you fax it to them, or otherwise you deliver it by post, or you courier it to someone, to the supplier. But nowadays, using the EDI platform, you interchange those data electronically. Then they will receive this purchase order in this format. This is the electronic format, right? If we see this electronically, we'll see this electronic data interchange is the electronic interchange of business information using a standard format. Process which allow one company to send information to other company electronically rather than with paper. Without using paper, what we do is we exchange the information from one company to other through this media, through this method. So, if you go to this YouTube video, so we will upload this video also to this image, so it is easy for you to understand it, and that how the EDI platform is working in the environment, in the purchasing environment, right? What is RFID technology? I am telling you to look, search this video in the YouTube and refer to this video, that will give you a very good idea of RFID. But I will explain this in briefly. What is RFID and where it is used? It's a radio frequency identification. It's a radio signal. Let's say this is there is a, have you seen that in the in some supermarket, this RFID tag is placed in some products, but I have not seen in Sri Lanka, but most of some other foreign countries it is there. So you may have seen some barcode in the available in some supermarket products, but instead of barcode we can have RFID tag. So using this RFID tag, what it does is, there is a reader, right? This is the reader, you see, this provides some signal. So this is the tag. This tag is placed in the product. Let's say there is a company, that Sony company, that manufacture TVs. So when they manufacture and they packet it nicely, then they put they paste RFID tag. Then when it is transporting, so automatically they can read the product details from this tag. So it generate this reader will generate some signal, that is the radio wave. That radio will go this one, then it generates some power, and then through this one the data will be retrieved by the reader. For example, RFID mobility gate for controlling and tracking vehicles. So, for that they use it. You may have seen that RFID card set. If you go to some supermarket, big shopping mall in Kolupiti also, that there's a very big shopping mall. When you go there, you want to park your car inside the shopping mall. So, security guy or the person who are in the gate, they will give a card. Then you put that card in the dashboard of the car. You go to the car area and park it. Then the systems are automatically identified. Then there is occupancy in that car slot. It means your car is parked there. Then it automatically calculates the price of the time that you use in the car park. So, when you sometimes you may have seen that there is a queue in the car park, it says the car park is full. So, those information are taken through the system through this RFID tags. From the RFID tags, there are readers. From the readers, they see, they refer the data of the RFID tag and see that the class slots are occupied. When all slots are occupied, it says car park is full. When one slot is open, then it allows vehicles to go inside and locate their cars in the empty car slot. So, for those systems, these RFID tags are used. In addition to that, some organizations are using RFID tag to enter into their organization. So, everybody in my organization also, they have developed a small identity card that has the image and also other information of the employee. So, in that there is a RFID tag. When you want to go inside the office, you have to place that RFID tag in the reader. Then door will be automatically open. So, automatic door opening, for those things we can use RFID tags. So, you can use this video and see this video, then you can get a very good idea about RFID technology. Technology application in operation management. In operation management, how the technology is used. Lean manufacturing. What is lean manufacturing is? That is, eliminate all activities that do not add value, such as waste and holding inventory. In the lean manufacturing environment, everything should be very clear and understand, because there should not be any waste, there should not be any holding inventory. So, everything is cleanly aligned. So, lean manufacturing is eliminate of all activities that do not add value. If there is an activity that does not provide any value to a process, you have to eliminate that. That is called lean manufacturing. That increase value, minimize the amount of resources including time used in manufacturing operations. Non-value adding activities. It means they are concerned about non-value adding activities, that is to be removed, eliminate waste and to improve product for quality. Total quality management. TQM is a business philosophy that emphasizes the importance of satisfying customer need. Total quality management. So, it means continuous, there is a technique actually, TQM utilizes management techniques such as continuous improvement, employee empowerment, quality process, This is the quality management process. There are 6 C's of TQM. What is that? Commitment. There should be a commitment. To maintain the very good quality, there should be a commitment, and also culture, very good culture should be there, continuous improvement should be there, cooperation with each other it should be there, customer focus should be there, and control also there. So, all of these 6 C's are known as quality management, total quality management. So, we have given some ideas given by in this lean manufacturing. Some of the people who have said, some of the visionary people who have given some ideas. Their talk about the lean manufacturing, and so we will talk about these things. What is W. Edward says, Edward Deming, what he says is about business should continually seek to improve, continually seeking improvement that eliminate all waste. Price should not be the only consideration. So other things you can easily understand. So that price should not be the only the consideration. So you have to eliminate waste and continue seek improvement. So these are the special thing that he has said to the people who are in this environment. So Philip Z. Copsley, what he says? He is saying two concepts. The one is zero defects. There should be zero defect. There should not be any errors. 100% quality. Right? Get it right the first time. From the first time, everything should be right. Right first time. There is no chance for second. Each worker should take full responsibility for their work. Quality is everyone's responsibility. Let's say in the question paper it will ask, quality is everyone's responsibility and zero defect and get it right the first time. Who said that? They will say B. Edward Deming, Philip C. Copsley, or somebody, Joseph Juran. Then you have to identify who has said this. Joseph Juran, what he says? The best approach to enhancing quality is to identify specific opportunities, evaluate the viability. So there is a return on investment he has explained. Plan to selected project carefully, monitor the result. Define the quality as fitness of use, which includes two elements, quality of design, quality of conformance. In the quality of design, which can include the customer satisfaction built into the product. Whether the customer satisfaction is built into the design, into the product, that is concerned there. And quality of conformance. In the word, the lack of defects in the finished good. So there can be lack of defects in the finished good. So quality is measured there. So important thing is return on investment, have fitness for use. So these are the main keywords that you can identify the differences between these people said. Kaizen, what is Kaizen is? Kaizen means, is a Japanese term that is known as continuous improvement. So there is no any end, continuously product should be improved. Let's say today you have a product with limited features, but tomorrow you are going to improve it with new features. then after about 10 years, the product will be in a very good quality, because it has very good continuous improvement which has made to the product. And there are two basic approaches to improving quality. What are those? One approach is to make major changes to the production process and replace the existing process. The first approach is major changes will be done for the production process and replace the existing process. So, second one is continually look for continuously for small ways in which process and method can be improved, implement them. A small improvement will be there, ultimately that will end up with a very good quality product. Small improvement will be done time to time, then product will be improved. But in this one approach, first approach, major changes will be there, then they will replace the existing process. So, that is the difference between those two. The 5-step approach of BPR, business process re-engineering. Do we need BPR for organizations? Yes. All the business processes available in the organization has to be re-engineered. Otherwise, you will be stuck on one place. If you want to improve your organization process, all the processes should be up to date according to the standard of the current market and current trend. So, therefore, business process re-engineering is very important in e-business and any other business. What are those 5 approaches that has taken in BPR? Step 1 is vision and objective. There should be a vision, there should be an objective. If the organization does not have a business vision and also objective, that is not reaching their target. You also have your own vision and objectives. If you have so, you can reach your target. Second one is identify the process to be redesigned. So, you are identifying the process which are to be redesigned. You know that some processes are not good, you have to redesign those things. Understand and measure the existing processes. So, existing processes, you are going to analysis the faults available in those products and what are the good thing and bad thing. So, you are understanding the existing processes. You are doing some measures, you are quantifying the processes. Step 4, identify change devices, identify change levels of devices. So, you are identifying what the change should be. And then number 5, step 5, design and build a prototype of the new process according to the changes that are proposed in this step. So, we are going to have a prototype, the model. The model, a new model will be developed. So, this is the re-engineering, business process re-engineering. You cannot do everything at once. There is a step, you have to follow this, you have a vision and also you are redesigning and also you are understanding the existing processes and then identify the changes and also then you are going to build a new prototype. Quantum leap in BPR. This is a good word actually. You can use, you may have actual practically face in your private life also. I'll explain it here. So, in let us say I'll explain in the board. So, now let us say product A. This year in 2015, the sale quantity was let's say 10 million. Then 2017, 16 let's say 12 million, 17, 13 million, and but in the 18 that was 25 million. So in here gap is how much? 2. Here gap is 1. Now here gap is how much? 1, 2, 12. 12 million gap. So this is the quantum leap. It means you are jumping ahead, you are jumping a long way to this, because you have achieved a very good sale, your sales quantity is very higher. So in order to get this one, achieve this 7 million, you may have put some features, new features to the product. Because of this new feature, sometimes the customers like to buy this product and all of them bought this product. So this is the quantum leap, because from earlier you had very small percentage of quantities sold. 2 million gap, 1 million gap, now it is 12 million. So it's a quantum leap, you have jumped to this stage, right? Likewise, in your, let's say if I ask what's the quantum leap in your life, I'll tell after A level result, I was the island first. If I was the island first, and that was my quantum leap in my life to become a chartered accountant. Let's say I am a chartered accountant now. I became a chartered accountant because of the quantum leap. And another example, if I say I got a sweep ticket, I won 50 million. Oh, it's a very big amount, and I bought new houses, new cars, and now my life is quantum leap, because there's a jump from my level. Likewise, because of some products, the organization also reaching this quantum leap, because they are earning a lot because of this. Let's say that in Toyota, Toyota developed some cars earlier, the petrol cars. Then they did so many researches and produced that hybrid cars. Then what happened? It was a quantum leap in their company. They could achieve higher market rate. And also there's an electric car developed by them. That also a very good quantum leap in their market. So their revenue has increased because of the quantum leaps. Now I think that is clear to you now. Problem with BPR. What are the problems? Business process re-engineering problems. So when we are doing the business processing, it affects staff widely. Sometimes they will like, sometimes they will not like. So there can be changes. So that will badly affect and very positively affect. Reducing the number of managers in an organization reduce innovation and creativity at the same time. Sometimes because of business process re-engineering, there are so many new systems installed. Because of that, they don't need much more human resources. They remove that one. Then automatically creativity goes down. Because they should have very good managers to do some creativity in the organization. The system cannot think automatically and do the things. Human people can do their own by thinking in a very nice way. Can the robot think now? No, we have not come to that stage now in the robotic technology. So, a robot cannot think and do the things now, can do up to some stages. So, creativity goes down, innovation goes down if you reduce the staff, if you do not have very good staff. Can limit on modern ideas as team working and coaching. Teamwork and coaching, those things can be limited because of business processes. The team working will not be required sometimes. Normally, when they want to go for a target, they work together and help each other and do some work. But if everything are automated, then there will not be any teamwork. So, team culture which was established in the company can be removing. So, it is a bad thing. Established system often have valuable but unrecognized features. So, particularly in the area of control, supervisors will not be there, it will be automatically controlled. So unrecognized features can be there. So, those are the problems. So, that is all up to chapter 8. So, so we have completed all the chapters up to now. So, revision sessions are also completed. We have completed from chapter 9 to chapter 11 fully without revisions, and from chapter 1 to chapter 8 we have done revisions. So, through these videos which you have uploaded in the YouTube, you can refer to those videos and you can understand very well about the BL8 content. And I also want to tell you that other than these revision sessions, so which I have briefly explained to you, you can refer to the questions given in the study book that has some questions. And when you think about that, I think that the presentation that we may be uploading to this website or LMS in the CSE Lanka, so you can get this presentation also. When you look at the content of the presentation, by looking at, you care to memorize what are the questions will be asked. Actually, the key important factors which is available in this site will be given a very good idea for you to answer for the questions. So, best of luck for the examinations. So, we hope that we have completed everything well. So, thank you very much for the